like you're more embodied and like more in the world if you're like in nature more. Whereas if you're like stuck in a city, cramped writing books, you're gonna like fall victim to abstraction. I don't know. This is out of my ass though.
The truth about British people and their scope for success is the repeater rifle, the mechanization, and automation of guns.
I think that all languages are somewhat siphoned off from each other in terms of understanding. Like the epitome of my understanding is going to be linked to the understanding I have in a language. So like the epitome of my understanding in English will be different from the epitome of my understanding in Hebrew. And so what I would posit as to why you and I might agree that the English intellectuals are superior to the others we've listed, it's because we're speaking English. They are, by definition, the most correct.
What are you saying?
If we were to take the side that a Russian philosopher or a Japanese philosopher or an Indian philosopher were superior, we would be fighting against the very like waves of our language, which push and say this is the epitome of English understanding.
I don't know. I mean, it's true that because I'm speaking English, I'm more likely to have English culture, and therefore I'm more likely to be like English intellectuals.
But yeah, they say that about Americans. They have a weird deference to the British accent.
But I am not. I'm making the claim that the thinkers that I'm talking about just are better. Like the ones that are doing like the.
I agree with you,
like
but we are
Freud
both
and Marx
biased.
are making mistakes in a way that like Bertrand Russell's making less of a mistake. He's better at reasoning, and I'm like sort of. I'm objective about the fact that some people are just better at reasoning than other people.
And I'm saying that some of that objective standardization comes from the language we're using.
What's up, Timothy?
Englishman is here.
Yeah, but we don't think that the ones who came out are very smart, so doesn't.
Manai?
Excuse me, sir.
No, go take a hot bath.
What did you say? What did you?
So Timothy, to get you up to speed, I was claiming that the British intellectuals are better than the Jewish intellectuals, and I claim that this is because the Jews have like 1,000 years to like come up with good rationalizations of bullshit in the Talmud, and the British didn't have that, so they had like an advantage intellectually to not practice the skill of rationalizing bullshit.
Do you mean like, are you comparing like rabbis to like Enlightenment philosophy?
I'm comparing Locke and Hume and Hobbes and Smith and Darwin to Marx and Freud and Strauss and Boas and Adorno and Walter Benjamin and Leo Strauss and Chomsky.
Chomsky?
Yeah, I'm anti-Chomsky.
Okay, so you're saying, you're saying the Enlightened British Enlightenment philosophy is superior to like Jewish contemporary philosophy?
No, okay. If I have a list of I asked ChatGPT. I gave him a list of all my favorite intellectuals, and like half of them are Jewish.
Okay, the majority of them are British.
Relax your throat and take a lozenge.
If you look at the most famous Jewish ones, they tend to be fucking up more than the most famous British ones. Even though there are lots of.
I watched like a documentary on like a History Channel once, and there was like a famous British like jurist or something who it turned out actually had like Jewish ancestry. It turned out was like Jewish, but like.
How was your rainbow?
This like intellectual, they don't really remark about his Jewish heritage, right? But apparently, like, and I can't remember if it was like Magna Carta or some other like really like important legal document or something, like some kind of like constitutional document. But apparently, like, there's like these like parallels with like the Torah and stuff, and basically they were able to determine that the first coherent kind of concept of a nation that he based a lot of this like legislation or whatever this is like constitutional work on was basically just like based on the Old Testament, or like based on the Torah and the Talmud or whatever else, like basically the Jewish concept of like a nation and a nation state. So the modern nation state, essentially that concept is like derived from like the Jewish conception of a nation. So I don't know, like maybe there's a lot more influence. Maybe like Jewish. There's like far more of a Jewish cultural influence on a lot of these great thinkers that you're speaking about. And definitely at least in terms of Christianity or like religiously, Jewish people have a really big influence.
So, okay, of my favorite philosopher thinkers ever, Scott Alexander is Jewish, Douglas Hofstadter is Jewish, Robert Nozick is Jewish.
I didn't know Nozick was Jewish.
He's Jewish. Nathan Kopnis is Jewish. Agnes Callard is Jewish. Elliot Stover is Jewish. A.J. Ayer is Jewish. Stephen Pinker is